That table you're looking at right now, your mind already decided what it means before you even saw it. What if everything you see is just your own story projected onto a blank screen? Let me share something that happened yesterday. I was about to walk into a conference room for a meeting, and through the glass door, I could see that long wooden table. The same table where I'd been criticized last month. My stomach instantly tightened. My shoulders pulled up toward my ears. I hadn't even touched the door handle yet, but my body was already preparing for battle. Here's what struck me. That table hadn't done anything. It was just sitting there, being wood and metal and whatever tables are made of. But my mind had already turned it into a threat. It had already written the whole story. This is where bad things happen, where I'm not good enough, where I need to defend myself. And this is what we do all day long. We walk through life thinking we're seeing objects, tables, chairs, people, situations, but we're not. We're seeing our verdicts about them. Our minds are like courtrooms that have already reached their decisions before hearing any evidence. Every object that enters gets immediately sentenced to whatever category we've pre-decided. The table is just furniture. The person is difficult. The situation is hopeless. Think about how exhausting this is. Before you even open your eyes in the morning, your mind has already assigned meaning to everything you're about to see. The alarm clock isn't just a device, it's the enemy that ended your sleep. The mirror isn't just reflecting light, it's the judge of whether you're acceptable today. Your partner's expression isn't just muscle movements, it's a verdict on your relationship. We're constantly reading a script we wrote so long ago we forgot we're the authors. And here's the thing, we never question it. Why would we? As far as we're concerned, we're just seeing reality. That table really is the place where bad things happen. That person really is difficult. We're so convinced by our own projections that we never stop to ask, what if I'm wrong? But yesterday, standing outside that conference room, something shifted. For just a moment, I caught myself in the act. I saw how my mind was frantically writing the story before anything had even happened. And I wondered, what if that table could tell me its own story instead? This is the practice we're exploring today, learning to look at anything and say, above all else, I want to see this differently. Not because there's something wrong with tables or chairs or coffee cups, but because when you stop telling things what they are and start asking what they might be, the world becomes fluid again. It's such a simple shift, but it goes against everything we've trained ourselves to do. We think intelligence means quickly categorizing everything, filing it away in the proper mental folder. We pride ourselves on knowing what things are. But what if real intelligence is admitting we might not know? What if wisdom is keeping the case open instead of slamming down the gavel? I tried it with that conference table. I stood there and silently said, above all else, I want to see this table differently. And the strangest thing happened. I felt curious. For the first time in weeks, I wasn't dragging last month's meeting into this moment. I was just looking at a table, asking it to show me what it actually is when I'm not drowning it in my projections. Here's what no one tells you about perception. When you withdraw your verdict from even one thing, genuinely withdraw it, you start to see light where you only saw solid forms before. That table, when I stopped sentencing it to the place where I was criticized, it became surprisingly neutral, almost friendly. just a surface where people gather, where conversations happen, where possibility exists. And this is the beautiful paradox. We think we need to see important things differently, our relationships, our careers, our big life situations. But the truth is, if you can see a table differently, you can see anything differently. Because it's not about the table, it's about discovering that you're the one writing the meanings. You're the judge, the jury, and the court reporter all rolled into one. That meeting, it went fine. But more importantly, I discovered something that changed my entire day. When you stop prejudging what things are, they have space to surprise you. That person you've labeled as difficult, they might have something beautiful to show you, but only if you stop telling them what they are long enough to ask what they might be. This is the relief we're all searching for without knowing it. We're so tired of living in a world where everything is already decided, where every day is just a replay of our old verdicts. We wonder why life feels stale, why we're bored, why nothing seems to change. But how can anything change when we won't let it? When we meet every moment with a mind that's already made up? The practice is simple, deceptively simple. Pick anything you see. A pencil, a doorway, a person's face, and say, with as much honesty as you can muster, above all else I want to see this differently. You're not trying to see something specific. You're not trying to make it holy or special or meaningful. You're just calling for a retrial. You're saying to the universe, show me what this is when I stop telling it what it has to be. One genuinely fresh look at anything, even a coffee mug, can crack open your entire way of seeing. Because once you realize you've been projecting onto one thing, you start to notice you're projecting onto everything. And once you see that, you have a choice. You can keep reading from your old script, or you can start asking what's really there. The world is waiting to surprise you. Every object, every person, every situation is holding gifts you can't see because you've already decided what they are. But when you're willing to withdraw your verdicts, even for a moment, life becomes an exploration again. Tables aren't just tables. People aren't just their labels. And you're not just who you decided you were yesterday. What would it be like to move through just 1 hour with a genuinely open mind? To meet each thing as if for the first time. To live in a world that's allowed to show you what it really is. The courtroom of your mind can rest. The verdicts can be withdrawn. And in that space, something your projections could never imagine has room to emerge. If you'd like more teachings and guided practices like this, you can like the video and subscribe. And now, we'll move into a short guided meditation. Let's allow the body to find its comfort now. No need to sit any special way. Just let yourself arrive here, exactly as you are. Notice the weight of your body in the chair. Feel how the earth holds you up without any effort from you. You can rest here. Take a breath that feels good to you, not deep, not special. Just a breath that your body wants to take. And now, gently bring to mind something you can see from where you're sitting. Maybe a wall, a window, a cup. Something simple. Notice any story that comes with it. Any meaning your mind assigns. That's okay. We're not trying to change anything. Now see if you can hold this object in your awareness with a little more space. As if you're meeting it for the first time. What is it when you're not telling it what to be? There's no right answer. Just curiosity. Just wonder. Feel how your shoulders might soften when you stop needing to know what things are. When you stop having to manage all the meanings. The courtroom can rest. No verdicts needed right now. Just this moment. Just what's here. Breathe in this spaciousness, this not knowing that somehow knows everything it needs to know. And when you're ready, let your eyes open softly. Look around with these fresh eyes. The world is here, waiting to meet you, waiting to surprise you, waiting to be itself instead of what you thought it was. Carry this lightness with you. This gentle curiosity, this willingness to let things show you what they are. Thank you for spending this time in practice. A free digital ACIM resource is linked in the description if you'd like it. And if you wish, you're welcome to comment. I am grateful. Thank you for exploring this with us today. That willingness to see differently, even just a table, even just for a moment, that's where freedom begins. Be gentle with yourself as old verdicts arise. They will, and that's okay. Each moment offers a new chance to ask instead of tell, to wonder instead of know. Until next time, may you meet the world with curious eyes.